What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out DopelivenTV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching DopelivenTV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
All right. I feel like deja vu. Yes, we're doing this again. As with all live shows, there's always bloopers. And I just had a blooper. I'm going to admit it. I just had a blooper. But thanks to my cohort, he let me know. And it didn't go for too long. But I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We're going to have an awesome show with 4 beautiful guests. They're coming to drop nuggets for you. You know, every Thursday we have our very own Rachel Geary, and she dropped those nuggets at 1:30 the hour. But today we're going to start with 3 others who are going to drop some nuggets on you. But before I move forward, I have to say this. The views that are expressed on this DopelivenTV Live are not necessarily the views of DopelivenTV or its affiliates. Okay, now that I got that out the way, I just want to say, never take for granted that God woke you up this morning. Never take for granted that God woke your family and loved ones up this morning. Sometimes we get so busy with our day-to-day chores and tasks that we don't stop. We don't stop to think about the fact that we're here because he woke us up. So let's just keep that in mind as we move through our days and we get busy. Don't get too busy to know that it's because of him that we are here. Let me bring on my cohort because we are now live, but when I brought them on before, we weren't.
I'm Mama them.
Thank you.
I'm Mama them.
Mama them doing good. They doing good. I'm just happy that no one was hurt. It's devastating. It was stressful today.
Yeah, I had to call up my cousin.
When you're dealing with a catastrophe, you go through the motions to get through some things that you have to get through, but you know, by the end of maybe halfway through the day, you realize you're stressed, you're tired, you're mentally tired. And so that's kind of what our day was like today. So for those who don't know, there was a tornado that touched down here in Gary, and it did a lot of damage to one particular neighborhood. Yeah. And when I say damage, it's unbelievable.
Somebody caught it on film too. Caught the actual tornado.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that. And you could see it twisting around.
Picking up trash and everything. Yes.
Everything. I mean, it was electrical poles that were split in half. Some guy was walking around the neighborhood looking for his boat.
Yeah, you said that on a video. I was like, what?
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, I couldn't even recognize some of the neighbors, some things in the neighbors' yards. They were so mangled.
Well, in 2010, we were blessed. We were really, really blessed because this tornado came through our backyard. Seemed like it just jumped over our house, across the street, the house across the street. It took its roof and flipped it over and stripped all the siding off another house. And we were blessed. We got like 2 planks off the side of our house. Now in our roof, we had to replace our roof. But the whole backyard was full of everybody's stuff, you know.
Yeah, everything is everywhere.
Yep.
But the crazy thing, it was only one side of the street. There was no damage to the homes across the street.
That's so
at
crazy.
all. Yeah.
I lived through one, and I don't want to live. We were getting ready to go to bed, Gina, and we had went upstairs, got in the bed, and Jeremiah was little then, and he came in and he said, "I'm scared. It's it's thunder and it's lightning." As soon as he said that, the house shuddered.
Ooh.
The whole house shook. And I said, "Babe, we need to get downstairs. We got a safe room downstairs." And we on our way down the steps, and it was over.
Whew. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was like, Lord. Yeah.
I'm just happy there were no lives lost, no one was hurt, damage to material things, and that can be replaced. So that's the best part about it, is just that no one was injured, and no, with all that devastation, it could have been some lives lost. I mean, you hear about that all the time, but we didn't have that. And my mom's doing well. She's here with me.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So we're gonna bring our guest on because I know they itching. They itching. We got some beautiful people coming in. We're gonna have so many nuggets. You just gonna have to go get a bank and just put all these nuggets in the bank, because it's gonna be a whole lot of nuggets going on. So let's bring our first guest on. We got the beautiful Ambassador Author Fairren. Hey,
what's going on?
How you guys doing?
Good.
You know what?
So happy to see y'all.
Author McLemore. Every time I bring you on, I have to practice the name. I have to practice. I get to practicing so that I can say it correctly.
You do so good.
Wait a minute.
You do well.
When we had Kevin on here, and we thought they might have been related, Kevin McLemore.
This is my married name, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know a lot of McLemore. It's actually just me, my husband, and my mother-in-law.
Okay.
So yeah.
It ain't that many, so
Could
it's
be.
unique.
Could not
Could
be.
be,
You
though.
never know.
Yeah. Could be.
Never know.
He in Philly, somewhere up there.
If he's rich, then you're related.
Absolutely.
if he poor, it's like yeah. You already married to one, sis. What you talking about? Call me.
But because we'll be related, right? Share the wealth. Yeah.
Right.
Change the last name. Nothing. You a mess.
Oh my.
And then we're going to bring on the very, very beautiful Ambassador Author, Ambassador Award-winning author. We have to say that this is something you wear on your chest. Author Patricia Wallace.
Wait a minute.
Welcome.
We was related to them last time, Wallace, wasn't we?
We still related.
We're still family. We're still family. Hello, everyone. Miss Gina, Fairren, how are you all today?
Good, and you?
Awesome. I'm doing well. Gina, I'm so glad to hear that your mom is okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And then we have our beautiful, when I say romance, you guys already know, because her middle name is R for romance. So you know who it is when I say romance. We have our beautiful Ambassador Author Natalie Murphy.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, sis?
Natalie, you got some steamy stuff going on. I read a post today that you put out there.
That's nasty.
Okay, Mo, you gonna take Greg's place today?
It seems like it, huh?
He say he's not here. Somebody got to take it. Somebody got to do it. Yes. You know what? I am so proud of you ladies. You guys, your books are awesome books. You guys have done so much with the Distinguished Authors Guild. We're going to talk about some nuggets. I really want to take a deep dive into how you stick to your goal, especially when there's those things that's thrown in there that, some people, it may stop some people. And that's one of the things I want to focus on. That's the start of the conversation I want to talk about. How do you keep going? How do you focus on that goal and keep going throughout the many years that you guys have done that? Let's start with you, Fairren.
So for me, it's just remembering my why and remembering why I started. Um, you know, life's, but at the end of the day, just remembering my passion and remembering the reason that I started is what helps me to keep going. For me, you know, with my children's book, Shining Through My Journey, with Incontinency and Pigmenty, I am, you know, creating this voice for my daughter. So I need to make sure that I'm an example for her. I'm an example for her just to be herself, just to be herself authentically and unapologetically. So just remembering my why is what helps me keep going, even on those days where I don't want to, the days where I'm exhausted, because, you know, outside of being an author, we still have, you know, we still have lives.
Everything.
But just remembering why I started and who I'm doing it for is what keeps me going.
You know, that's not always easy. It sounds very easy the way you just put it.
Yeah.
Not always easy. I mean, you have that goal, but some people take different steps in order to stay focused on that goal. Like some do the vision boards. I know when I was working in higher education, I would walk past employees' desks and they would have pictures of certain things that they were working hard for pinned to their computer, cars, homes, you know. And so that's a few ways that some people keep the focus. I mean, just seeing that visual, some people writing it down keeps them, you know, focused on it. What about you, Natalie? What do you do to stay focused? Because you all have a lot of things going on, and to stay focused, I'm telling you, it's hard for me. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna be very transparent.
Well, I'll be honest with you. It is hard to stay focused because I do have so much going on. I'm constantly writing. I've got 3 books that I'm writing right now, and it's making me nuts because I can't get them out of my head fast enough. And I'm still constantly trying to get my workshop out there. So, like you said, Gina, though, I do have a vision board, and my vision board has my goals for the year. It has my words of inspiration and motivation. Those I have to keep by me. So get it done. Matter of fact, I got to get it done. I keep that on my computer. That's right. There it is right there.
There you go. Get her done.
Not her done. Not her. It.
Get her done.
Get
Right.
it done. Not her.
Done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sis. We ain't her. We ain't none of that.
But yeah, I mean, and writing is just my passion. I would do it if I never sold another book. I think I would just continue to write because it's just my passion. And writing romance is my way of injecting love into the world.
I never looked at it like that. Your way of injecting love. Awesome.
And heavy breathing.
Awesome. Not heavy breathing.
Sometimes that's what it takes, Mo.
Right. That's right. That's right.
Exhaling. I hear you, baby. You're exhaling.
Hey, we need that love. I don't know what you're talking about. We need that
absolutely,
love.
Absolutely.
Listen, Author Wallace, I know you man, you talk about all the things you do. You talk about even, you know, your journey to writing your first book. What kept you on track?
So for me, once I realized that this is bigger than me and it's not about me, it's something that's being birthed through me. When I got to that point, that's when I became very, very focused. Like, it's not, this is for me to share the stories that I have to tell. What I'm bringing forth is to share with others so that I can help them through laughter, through dropping a nugget of instruction in the way that I do it. And so once I realized that, it was that my purpose became very clear. And then I was able to just move forward and do what I needed to do. And then with that, for me, it also, I know now that I'm creating a legacy, you know, for my family here, now, and then for my kids to see how I'm doing things in the different aspects of my life. They've seen me as a full-time mom, as a stay-at-home mom, back to work, and now as an author. And so extending that to show a strong example to them how I can get this done and how they can do even more. And so those are the things that really keep me focused to a whole nother level, where now I'm like, the sky's the limit.
Look, I don't have no book. I don't have no book, but I'm gonna tell you, I don't know how y'all do it either. But I don't take it for granted. I've never taken it for granted. I always thought if this woman can have my kids, guess what? And help me raise them. That's a blessing by itself. That allows me to be the queen. I let her be the queen. So I mean, don't take it for granted, brothers. If y'all listen to me out there, please don't take it for granted, because she will definitely know if she didn't take it for granted. Am I right? Can I get an amen?
Absolutely.
Amen.
That's right. We just know. Well, Rachel said, Natalie, you definitely left an impression on the show Wake Up CEO, radio show hosted by Rachel Gary herself.
Well, thank you.
And then we had family in the audience. We always had that family. We got our family here today. She said, "Go, Ambassador Wallace."
That's my
Of
daughter.
course, we know Jordan.
That's my son.
Yes, Jordan. He's the timeout guy.
We just all show up at once.
Yes, we roll like that.
We roll like that. That's why we got adopted. That's why we got adopted into the family. I'm telling you.
Wallace Dopeliven.
Why not? Hey, why not? Well, I'm an author. I know it's difficult. But let's talk about your own personal life. Talk about, who you are. We're going to start with Mo.
I'm a proud daddy. I'm a proud grandpappy, 10 times plus a great grandson. So I am truly blessed. Like I said earlier, I don't never take any of that these ladies do for granted. They in my life forever. It don't stop at 18. A lot of people try to stop it at 18. It don't stop at 18. It don't stop until you get in the ground. Understand
It don't
that.
stop at 40, 50, or 60.
It don't stop until you're in the ground. And when you're in the ground, you just better pray you left something with them, that they can keep on going and do the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, see, look at that, Lord. You see that? You see that just showed up. Boy,
that was my husband.
All right.
Him downstairs.
Husband too, my man.
They show up and show out.
I hear you.
Fairren, tell us a little bit about yourself. And I know you went through a lot. You can share your story, because your story is very, very unique.
So for me, definitely God-fearing woman. I absolutely love to empower, uplift, and inspire anybody that I'm around. I tell people all the time, if you're around me, you gonna get inspired some way, somehow. A little bit just about my story, which I have to let you know. You can see in the back, The Voice of a Mother's Pain is now available for pre-order, and I'm so excited about that. It has been incredible. Shining Through My Journey was just an avenue of what I hope to give mothers who are raising children with disabilities and special needs a voice. I wanted to make sure that they felt comfortable and give them that permission to share their stories, because I know that sometimes it is tough. It's tough to raise someone with special needs or a disability, whether it's a physical disability or whether it's not. And so stemming from Shining Through My Journey with incontinence, pregnancy, being a first-time mom, to an incredible little girl with this rare condition that no one's ever heard of. And so with us all having to figure it out on our own, being that first-time mom, having to navigate that, sometimes blaming myself because how did she get it? What happened? So just educating myself and bringing this book in this book, you're gonna get the full story from my point of view. So it's gonna really get deep. It's gonna really get raw. So it's gonna share all of my thoughts, all of my feelings, how I thought, and where it got dark for me. It got dark for me. As the first time mom, just trying to navigate this little girl who you just wanted to be okay, but there was nothing you can do but wait for these results. But I know that God was there with me the entire time, because here I am now. Here I am now, being able to share that story. And even then, I already had started writing, which is crazy because I never knew that it would lead me here. I already had a notebook of my journey already. So writing the book was just, it's definitely my purpose to be able to, inspire and uplift. And so through this, I am able to give 4 other mothers the opportunity to share their stories about them raising their children with different disabilities. So I have a collaboration, a total of 5 of us who are going to be just sharing what it was like and how we got through it and how we overcome it, and just showing that strength of a mother in our love. So I'm excited about it. It's available for pre-order. Follow me on my page. You can pre-order the book. But it ties into shining through my journey with incontinentia pigmenti, and it's going to empower you, whether you are raising a child with a disability or not. Parenting is tough. It's tough.
It is.
But then, having, a child with a disability makes it just a little bit tougher. But at the same time, it's rewarding because you get to watch I get to watch her grow. I get to watch her still shine, and she's so bright. She'll be 10 soon, and she makes us proud. So I'm super duper excited about it. But I'm just just loving.
You know what? I really appreciate that, the fact, and I deal with a lot of anthologies, but the fact that you have only 5 other individuals writing the book with you, I really welcome that, because not to say it's bad or anything, but sometimes having 20 or 30 authors, it kind of takes away from the bottom line.
Yeah.
Having 5, I think it'll give more focus to each individual as opposed to 30 or 50. But, we've had some anthologies with 20, 25 authors, and they were awesome books. But I just think having that focus of those 5 individual stories is a little bit more appealing to me.
And they're so powerful.
So great job.
They're so powerful. I got to meet everyone. I do know one of them, but the other 4, just came by recommendations. But the stories are powerful, and I cannot wait to share this journey. Again, piggybacking off the journey, right? Because it's always going to be a journey. But I'm excited to share it. I'm excited to be able to inspire that anybody, and it's for dads too, because I know that it's of the voice of a mother's pain, but dad goes through pain too. So it's really for parents out there, all parents out there, just to help them keep going. So I'm excited to be able to do that.
Now I got to point out, you guys are sisters in books, right? Y'all went through the workshop. Arthur Wallace.
Yes.
You guys went through Natalie's workshop, so I call it Sisters in Books. That's what I call it. I give everything a name. So y'all sisters in books. But let me ask you, Patricia, you talked about how you had to be pushed through the door. Natalie had to push you through the door, right? Why did you
Distinguished Authors Guild? Because see, what had happened was
okay. I'm gonna tell you, okay.
Okay, when we hear that, what happened was
I was struggling with the confidence part. Like, even though I have this solid manuscript now, I was happy with it. I knew it resonated deeply with me And one thing I learned was that if it resonates with me, I'm not the only one. It's gonna resonate with somebody else. So all she was doing was pushing me to the next level. And it just like, oh, I've never done that before. What do you mean, submitted for an award? Like, I just got out here. It's award winning. That was just above what I could imagine then.
Wow.
And then, and she nudged me again because of course I just ignored it. I was like, yeah, okay, And then when she nudged me the second time, though, in between, I guess it was in the back of my mind, because when she did it again, it was like, what do you have to lose? What are you thinking? What do you have to lose? And that's when I just said, okay, go for it.
Yeah,
and
I'm
of
ready
course,
to say.
this is a year later. All of this happened within 1 year. And so, and I would tell anybody, go for it. What do you have to lose? If you know it's in you and you gave birth to it, it came out of you for a reason. It's not just to hold it up in a corner somewhere, it's to share, with everyone else. And that's one of the most exciting things that has happened to me as a result of writing the book. So many people have come up to me and said, you've inspired me to finish my story or to tell my story.
Wow.
And that never
Don't
gets
that feel
old for me.
good?
I love it because I understand now that, again, the purpose is bigger than what I could imagine. And so that never gets old for me.
So she don't have to push you no more and say, girl, I got this right now.
She does not have to push me at all. See, when Gina said she needed someone else on, I was like, okay, pick me. But it's understanding the assignment. And I see it differently now. When you understand it, you walk with a certain purpose and you move differently because you understand that it's bigger than you.
And that's what you hear that a lot from authors. They don't realize the words that they have put in those books can inspire other people. It may be a helpful tool for other people. They don't realize until they actually start getting their books out there and people coming to them and saying, hey, your book really helped me, or my child is reading more. There's so much, like she said, you have to understand the assignment. And sometimes we don't know the assignment. And we need people like Natalie to push us out there. Natalie, why did you push? I mean, some people could have said, oh, you know what, if she don't want to do it, okay, fine.
I don't think
because I believe that part of my purpose, as you said, Patricia, after I've written the book, after I started the workshop, that my purpose is to get these authors out there. I've been through, I was where Patricia was. I had the book written. I had people saying it's a great book, put it out there. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it because of that fear. And that's usually what it is. And I'd say we fear three things. We fear failure because we're scared we're not going to meet the expectation or we're going to make mistakes. We fear success because the success, when you achieve your goals, that comes with responsibilities. So now you got to take on more responsibilities. And then we fear rejection. We don't want to be judged. We want everybody to accept us, even though we know that's not going to always happen. So I push because my goal is to get them to, anyone that I work with, is to get them to the point where they say, yeah, this is good. I've got this. I've got a purpose. This book is supposed to help somebody. My goal is to help somebody. So that's why I push. Now, I still have some authors who are still saying, well, I'm not ready yet. And I won't let them go because I believe words are powerful, and everybody has something that they have to put out in the world. And if you got a book, God didn't give you that to just sit on it. So those that aren't ready, I check in with them periodically and let them know I'm still here. And they laugh. They go, I know you're still there. I knew you were going to call. But I didn't have that. I didn't have that person who had been through it to walk me through it. So I'm ready to walk the whole world through the process if they need it. Because it is, like Patricia said, it's such a great feeling when somebody says, hey, Natalie helped me through this. Natalie showed me this one thing. I had a lady get so excited the other day because I told her about if you're typing on Word, that you can get the book to read back to you so that you can catch some of your mistakes. You do a little bit of self-editing. Oh my gosh, she was over the moon excited. It was just that little tidbit of information, and that made my whole day.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
I didn't know until you said that. Hey, that's hey, sometimes you write something and it get pushed up a little bit, and you say, "Wait a minute, hold on." You done wrote another spot into it. I done white papers like that before, and you write about that. It just keeps coming. It just keeps coming. Opens up the floodgate.
Yeah.
Well, Bree says, I'm a granny and mom taking care of my little person who has been through it, and I want him to write a book about his experiences. That's right, Bree. You got to get him writing that book.
Yeah, we got to get him back home. Yeah.
Yes, she's been talking about it. And what did we do? We talked about our books so long, didn't we? Before we actually sat down and wrote those books, we talked and talked and talked about, I'm going to write a book. Let me ask you, Author Wallace, how would you deal with someone coming to you and telling you, I don't like your book. I think it's just not great, or even a bad review. How do you deal with that? That's negativity.
Well, I haven't had that specific reaction, but in life, I have. So I would, if someone came to me like that, I would just, I don't know if I would thank them for their opinion because but I would just, I would keep it in the context of, this is obviously you're not the intended audience for whatever reason. And I encourage you to go not stop reading just because you didn't like this book, because I've read books that I haven't liked before or enjoyed for whatever reason. Then I would encourage them to keep looking for that book that resonates with them. Whatever it is, I may ask them what they didn't like about it, because it could be a teaching moment for me, just to know and just kind of speak to that. But I wouldn't let it bother me to the point where I'm going to stop what my role is, what I'm supposed to be doing, because again, this is my assignment. But it's not something I would let, adversely affect me in the long run. Not at all.
For a minute, I thought you said, I thought I was going to tell you go jump in a lake or something. That point, and well, it's not for you. Well, you might want to go jump in a lake is what I thought you were ready to say.
Well, you have to remember, I'm being recorded, so.
Yeah.
But I have seen that before, though.
I believe it, and I do understand that, you may not like it. But again, I have an intended audience, and all I can do is do the best I can to resonate with them. And then if it doesn't, resonate with everybody, that's life. That's just how it is. And so it's not a personal, I haven't too many more things that I need to be doing to worry about someone else's opinion, because I'll put it in that box and I will keep that out of sight, out of mind, and move on with what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. And to piggyback on that, Patricia, you're absolutely right. I do the same thing. I haven't gotten a negative review, but I've gotten a couple of questionable ones. And I was I was invited to speak at a book club once, and all the ladies in the room except one liked the book. And what she didn't like about the book, she said it didn't have enough violence. Well, I like romance.
Whoa. You want somebody to get slapped around? Turn around. Let me slap your backside.
What's the name of them daggone Housewives of Atlanta? Ain't none of that stuff.
Exactly.
It's love for real.
So like you're saying, that just wasn't her thing. And I was okay with that. Actually, like I said, it tickled me. But you have to realize, and I tell people this in the workshop, you have to realize that everybody is not your audience. You have to know your why, and you have to know your target audience. I've gone to, and I learned that the hard way, because I've gone to book fairs where the predominant, what am I trying to say? Most of the people there were non-melanated people. My books did not do well. So I had to learn who my audience was. My audience is African-American women, primarily 25 to 55 years of age.
That's crazy how we have to realize that, our market. And
Yes.
sometimes we don't realize our market until we get into the business,
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, because I would think romance was for everybody, but I guess
you would think because you've read the other culture books.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so
Exactly.
you think what they would take to yours just the same.
Yeah.
But sometimes
it doesn't happen that way.
and they know exactly what's going. They think they know exactly what's going on. Not until they get into the details of your book that they really don't. They really don't feel it until somebody says, "Hey, you need to check out Ms. Murphy's book, XYZ." Well, I saw it on there, and I saw the cover, and it's not my cup of tea. You ain't dug into it.
Right.
It gets real saucy.
Well, let's bring on our CEO of her life, Rachel.
There she is.
Gary.
Hey, Rachel.
Hey,
hello, ladies
Gary,
and
how are you?
I am doing very well, ladies and gent. And how are you guys?
Awesome.
Great.
Well.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm always happy to be with some great people.
Yes.
Congratulations on your new book, Fairren. I saw it.
Yes, thank you.
And
I don't think once you
we'll
write a book,
supporting.
you just keep going. You just don't want to stop.
Exactly.
It's addicting. Writing is addicting.
It's peaceful. Like I said, especially when you're doing something.
I agree with that. Yes.
When you're doing something you're passionate about, it's not work. It's just, I go into my author world and that I'm happy there. And you just live there. And
it lets you free your mind. That's free your mind.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So,
Totally
Rachel, you heard them dropping all these nuggets in here. I know you got some.
Absolutely. Now, I want to say that I heard some great things because I listen to the show every day, even when I don't chime in. I'm running around, but I always am listening. I was definitely impressed to hear about the portion where Natalie was talking about coaching and uplifting and gently persuading other authors to allow their books to shine, and for Patricia to be persuaded into submitting her book and to become a multiple award-winning author. That was awesome to hear. It just goes to talk a little bit about the value of actually having a coach and having someone to help develop and grow you and see something in you that you might not even see in yourself at the time.
Exactly. And I really appreciate that because, Natalie, if you hadn't done that, I don't know. You know what I mean? You provided what I needed when I needed. So there was a certain amount of insight in you, to know that this was the time to do that, so I'll be forever grateful for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And, we'd be remiss if we didn't say nothing about that lady up there in the upper left-hand corner.
Absolutely.
Our sister was, she was the one that cranked this plane up and got the project. And I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
They did all the hard work, though. They write the books. That's the hard part.
True. That's true. You give them to recognize. You put that show on for them to get recognized for their works, and that is a beautiful thing. We need way more. We need 1,000 more.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to say, Mo, I'm going to piggyback on that because, like Patricia is singing my praises, and I greatly appreciate it. It's very humbling. I'm going to sing Gina's because Gina did for me what Patricia did. I told Gina, I don't know anything about marketing. I don't know anything. All of this Facebook stuff, all these making graphics and stuff. Gina was like, you can do this. You pushed, and she pushed me. And she kept nudging, giving me that little nudge. And look where I am now.
All right,
so,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very proud of all of you.
Flowers to you, Gina. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I know, Rachel, I just saw her just fly. I mean, from writing a book to having her own radio station to podcast to you're just doing so much, and I you just took off. What encouraged you?
I'll speak a little bit to what as I heard Natalie say earlier about the vision board, and I have a thing about intentions and goals and goal setting, and I'm huge on being intentional about how I move. My original goal a year and a half ago was to write the book. I for people who don't know, when I first began this journey, it was 2023. I made for 2022. I made a decision that in 2023 or 2020 or late 20 or early 2024, I would be leaving the industry in which I was in. So I intentionally started buying new properties and started setting up my investment journey so I could be prepared to leave a multiple six-figure job. So everything that I have been doing is intentional. So I intentionally started going to workshops, making sure that I had a clear understanding of how to buy multiple unit buildings. And then from there, it was okay, take the opportunity to sit down and write the book. So I started off with a outline, and I committed to every week writing a chapter. So every week for 10 weeks, I wrote a chapter. And a lot of people ask me, how did I get through, what was the discipline? The discipline is because I am very intentional about where I want to go and what I am trying to do and how I wanted to reach other people.
Yeah.
So the podcast that came from me preparing myself to being able to speak. And I think that's the point of where we go from vision boards to setting goals to actually achieving those goals. Because a lot of people that I speak to, they have their vision board, but they never get past that vision board because they don't act on those visions that they have. So I was very intentional for 2023. It was my very first vision board. I don't normally do vision boards. I'm very good with writing things down and moving forward. But I wanted to have a vision of where I wanted to see myself in the upcoming year. So I'm one of these people who because I see vision boards as the future. If you are seeing the vision board as the future, you reverse engineer from that vision. And that's how I started making. So on my vision board, if anyone saw my vision board last year, it had podcasts, a new building, it had speaking engagements, it had a new book. All that was on my vision board for 2024. And everything on my vision board I completed in 2024. I also realized that you must make sure it's something you can possibly achieve. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. Like I see vision boards that have 30 things on them. It's no way possible you're going to get to those 30 things, which a lot of times is what stops us from moving forward.
You're
And those
absolutely
vision
right.
boards work well. And you're right. It feels good when you can check off something on that vision board. I completed this. It gives you
Absolutely.
that motivation to get to the next one and then the next one and then the next one. So it does work for a lot of people.
I mean, but evidently, you guys have your vision boards in your background right now, and you've completed those. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes,
Good point.
it's funny you say that, Mo, because my vision board for 2025 has 3 things on it. The first thing is to be a best-selling author by the end of 2025. So I was very intentional about what that meant. So I researched what a best-selling author means for the world of being an author, and what numbers need to be reached and things need to be hit for that to take place. So I went for it would say, I'm just going to use New York Times best-selling authors. You need to have 5,600 books sold. There was a lot of controversy over the last couple of years because authors were buying their own books and paying off. They were paying off the New York Times to become a best-selling author.
wow.
Yes.
I do, as I said, I'm big. I tell people, when I mean being a CEO, being clear means taking the opportunity to research what you say you want to do. So I took the opportunity to figure out what a best-selling author, what that meant. How many books did I need to sell overarching, and how many books I need to sell weekly, monthly, to be able to reach the goal. And from there, I thought about, okay, what avenues do I need to take to be able to get there? and radio. I was offered a radio spot a couple of times on two different networks. I chose my radio Chicago intentionally because the gentleman was willing to teach. I was new to radio. He was willing to teach. He was willing to have the opportunity to sit with me, give me advice, give me coaching. As I said, I'm a coach myself, and to me, if your coach doesn't have a coach, you got the wrong coach. So
That's crazy. That's crazy. You know, because I used to train people. I used to train them like this. I used to say, everybody's got a skill. I mean, you're here for a reason. If I'm training you as a manager, you've taken some of those skills that you've learned in the past and you've applied them to your present. And that's the way you continue to build your skills. You know, a lot of people don't understand that, you know, something as simple as working at McDonald's, you attain a lot of skills, including managing people. Take those transferable skills and move them someplace else to something you want to do. Keep using and building your skills.
Absolutely, Mo. And I want to piggyback on that. It's very simple to what I've done in my past. I was in operations. I've been an operations leader for 25 years. So to create a training course was simple for me because all I did is took the skills of what I had done at many companies and put that into a training module.
Yep.
Because of in my past career, I've had to read different types of way people learn. So the visual learner, the audio learner. So I made sure to incorporate all of that into my training course to make sure a person that takes it is able to find success. Offering mentorship and coaching, the mentorship piece of that training course is to reinforce the things that they're learning and giving bite-sized information. Those are transferable skills that I've learned from the last 25 years in leadership.
Mm.
And the organization comes from the fact that I was a high-ranking operations leader. I was a VP of operations. So I started off as a dock worker. So being promoted within the company, as I learned those skills and learned to develop myself, the organization that I have comes from the fact that I had 7 to 12 branches with 200 to 300 people in each branch that I was overarchingly responsible for. So when people ask me, how do I do what I do right now? This is a cakewalk compared to what I've been doing for 25 years. The only person I'm responsible for is me at this point.
Rachel, I got a feeling that you ain't scared to ask. How you do that?
No, not at all. Not at all.
You'd be surprised. You will be surprised how many people that have, you know, a lot of skills, and you ask, how'd you do that? And they explain it to you 1, 2, 3, ABC. And a lot of people are scared to ask folks stuff like that in those positions.
Oh, absolutely. I think I said this yesterday on the radio show when me and Natalie were talking, and I never.
Oh.
To me, you hold the question. That is where you do damage to yourself. It's a disservice to you to have a question and you're sitting on it because you're concerned about what other people are thinking. People, whoever's listening. If you're worried about what someone else is thinking about what you are doing, that the first thing is that self first. What do you need to know to grow, develop you? The people that are criticizing, asking questions about why you're asking questions are the ones who are scared of living their lives for themselves. I'm not scared of living my life.
Wow.
Right. All right.
Man,
Hey,
didn't I tell you?
I didn't think you was either.
Didn't I tell you guys at the beginning of the show you were going to need a whole big old basket to put those nuggets in? I know it's overflowing. Mine overflowing. Come on, Rachel. Give us something to lead the show with.
I would say at the end of the day, this is what I want to say about as far as coaching and mentorship. Just hearing Natalie's story, to hearing Patricia's story, to hearing Fairren's story, at the end of the day, this is what people who are coaching and are coachable. One more time, that are coachable. Because when you are coachable, you're open to getting advice. And you discern if that advice is good advice for you or bad advice. I hear a lot of times people saying coaches, they're bad coaches. Were you a bad student because you didn't understand what you were getting coached on? Coaching and development comes for you being open and you being willing to ask questions, not afraid to challenge the status quo. Just because I'm a coach, I don't know everything, and nor do I ever profess to. I am very knowledgeable in leadership, very knowledgeable in how to go from a poverty mindset to making multiple six figures to building millions of dollars in real estate. I am very knowledgeable in that arena. If you ask me questions about how to do WrestleMania, how to do, I mean, I'm not going to be, I can speak intelligently about something I've seen, but I'm not going to know the answer. So when you're looking for a coach, make sure that coach is versed in what you're looking to do. Natalie is versed in publishing books. Natalie is versed in having award-winning novels. Natalie is versed in seeing greatness in someone else and being able to push an author to out of their comfort zone to move forward in a direction. So when you're looking for an author coach, you find Natalie R. Murphy. That is what you do.
Thank you.
I say that because her awards speak for themselves.
Right.
So if you're looking for a leadership coach, I can tell you for 25 years, I've been a coach who has coached leaders and have multiple people who can vouch for that. At the end of the day, I coach people who are willing and ready to go.
All right.
You want to be the CEO of your life? You want to be clear in your actions, empowered by your choices, and own your direction? Take an opportunity to look at my page because that's all I'm going to bring: positivity, energy, and information that helps you grow.
All right,
Awesome.
all right.
Amen.
Put that nugget in that box. Put it in there. Natalie, in 1 minute, give us something to leave with.
So I'm going to piggyback on the whole thing about coaches. If you are looking to write a book or whatever you're looking to do, you have to invest in yourself. Coaches do cost money, but you have to invest in yourself. If you do not invest in yourself, you cannot move forward. You cannot grow. You can, but it may not be in the direction that you want to. It costs money to do the things to do anything. But if you're going to get a coach, be prepared for coach fees.
There you go.
Love that card. Drop that nugget twice.
That nugget in that box.
Yeah, with the chest,
That's
girl.
a nugget you're going to carry around for a long time. All right, Author Wallace, give it to us.
I would say to aspiring authors, from my own personal experience, I would say move away from what if and see it more as why not? Why not me? I can do this and run with it.
Yes, absolutely.
I like that one. I put that nugget in my box.
All right.
All right. Author Fairren McLemore, come on.
Dina.
What you got?
Also, to piggyback off of Author Wallace, to aspiring authors, you were born to stand out. So embrace your differences, own the journey, and shine unapologetically.
Come on.
Period. Period.
Yes.
I like that. And short and to the point. Now, if that's not a nugget for you, that's a nugget for you. All right.
You got a personal one, right?
Right.
What you got for us, Mo?
Man, this is a beautiful thing. I love seeing this. This is something I can feel. I mean, the life here and the love here is so deep. I want this to keep going forever and ever. Remember, just like Rachel said, no fear, ask some daggone questions.
Absolutely.
There you go. Look, even Mo dropped the nugget on the ladies' night.
Mo been having nuggets. I hear these nuggets all the time.
Hey, I'm going to do like my grandson. Do he do like this?
No. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, this is always an educational, informational time when you guys come on and you talk about your journeys, because it's not easy. You guys make it look so easy. I know it's not easy. I hear your stories, I hear them behind the scenes. So that's why I really appreciate the fact that you guys can come on and share and be transparent with everyone. Because when you pick that book up and read it, it's such a great book that no one sees all of the heartaches and the headaches and the nights up all night, and the money. You talked about it, Natalie, the financing that you have to put into it. But you guys come on and you make it look so easy. I'm telling you, if you have a book out there, submit your book to the Distinguished Authors Guild. Authors are getting on this platform and they are doing great things with their books, because this is not just your typical award show. This is a community and it's a family, and they're all in it to help each other. It's not an I thing, it's a we thing.
Yes.
And so
Absolutely.
we all get out there and we support each other. We support all authors that are in this community, and they are doing so much. And I'm so proud of you guys.
Thank
I
you.
want to say I can't
Thank
wait
you for having some place for us.
Yes.
Thank you for having a platform for us to. We couldn't be ambassadors of a blank platform. So we appreciate the fact that you have thought about having a platform, and you spent countless amount of money, resources, time, energy to put that out there. So I was at that award ceremony last year when the ladies and gents presented those awards to you and Dr. Stevens, and that to me was so touching. Is what made me want to be a part of the group. So
yes, I'm so appreciative of you all. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
I gotta write a book to be on the team.
Mo,
we'll take you, Mo. We'll take you.
I don't even know why he said that, because Mo is behind the scenes most of the time, and I have to give him his accolades. Mo,
that was that Greg moment.
Those videos that you guys see, Mo is back there creating those videos, and he is going to come to me and he's going to make sure it's 150%. He'll go back and do those videos and those promos 20 times.
Y'all just don't
to
know.
make sure it's perfection.
Well, we appreciate you, Mo.
Yes, thank you.
Let me give you a little back on that. I was in. Remember when I was in Kentucky and I was doing those videos? Fortunately for me, the software is online, so I kept doing them over and over again. Gina could spot a pea on a gnat's butt 50 miles away. You didn't put enough space there, man. I'm like, okay. What it's supposed to say, pea vine or just pea? That's what I changed on that. I made about 50 changes in about an hour. I'm serious. You came back and said, wait a minute, you sent them in the order. You sent them in the wrong order, Negro. Do it again. So you can put them in whatever order you want to put them in, Yeah, but that's my sister. I'd do anything for her.
Oh my gosh. He does it with a smile on his face. He has never told me no. He's never told me no. And when every year when he's done and he sends them to me, I'm like this, Mo, you done outdid yourself. Every single year.
And my grandson.
So so we do appreciate you, Ma. Sometimes behind the scene, people don't get the accolades that they should.
Right.
And I have to always let everybody know this is the man behind those videos, and he does such an awesome job.
Thank you, sis.
You guys, I love it when we chit chat. I love it when you guys come on and you talk about what you do and the inspiration and motivation that you bring. It's just over the top. And then you bring in the whole family be in the audience.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing.
We're part of the Wallace group.
Definitely. But I just want to thank you all. Mo, that's got a nice ring to it, Mo. That's got a real nice ring. You're going to have to put that on your that Wallace at the end of your name there. You're going to have to put that on there. But I thank you all of you, for coming and sharing and being so supportive and so loving. It is beautiful. You guys make this easy for me. You make it easy for me because you guys do such a wonderful job and you're all in and you just really work hard for the Distinguished Authors Guild. And being an ambassador, that's a lot of work and you guys are all in on that. So I thank you all for the hard work that you put in. Well, we got to get out of here. We're gonna you guys know you're gonna be back on this platform again. This home, y'all come on here anytime you get ready. But I want to thank you all. We're gonna have a nice weekend because I'm not gonna think about all the other stuff. You got to look past that and look towards the future and know that it's gonna get better. It can't do anything but get better. So we're gonna have a good weekend and we're gonna have a wonderful time. And Monday, I won't be here next week, you guys, because I'm leaving out of the country.
What?
So they're going to have to hold it down without me.
Mary J. Canada.
That's right.
Got
Hey, make sure you keep plenty of ID because where it's going, you might have to show it to get back.
Man.
Oh yeah, I got everything. I have everything. Look, I won't be stuck over there.
Crazy. I'm sorry.
But
I'm not gonna say that's going in my mind right now.
Monday, we're gonna have our relationship. So send in some questions. Get your stuff ready, man. We have some interesting conversations on Monday with relationship. So be ready to get the wrong information. All right.
We usually skip on Dopeliven TV are not necessarily those of Dopeliven TV or its affiliate. If you don't like it, get your own show. Good night, folks.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.